Hey, I'm Scott.
Oh, hey, I'm Jackson.
Nice. Yeah, I'm Brittany's husband.
Cool. I'm Michaela's husband.
So,
I'm Scott. This is Jackson. Welcome to your friend's husbands. Welcome to my
your friend's
acquaintance's wife. What's the exact opposite of our podcast? Your friend's husbands.
My wife's.
My enemy's wife.
My enemy's wives.
Nope, because there's husbands, so wife. It has to be all exact opposite.
Oh, okay.
My enemy wife. So that's our Patreon extra episode if you want to listen to it. It's not good, and it doesn't exist, so it's not there.
No.
So, cool story real quick.
Tell me your stories.
I have decided that I am going to be positive in my vibrations for everyone.
Good vibrations?
Good vibrations from the Beach Boys.
Good vibrations.
Yeah, that one.
Something.
I'm picking up good
Oh, that's
vibrations.
right. I'm picking up good vibrations.
He's giving me that.
Why do you say that?
I have an effect on people around me. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that my vibrations affected other people. If I'm not doing good, or if I'm like having kind of a stressful, grumpy day, other people around me become stressful and grumpy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It wasn't something that really clicked.
Somebody told you recently?
No, I'd put two and two together because, man, we went to the office on Monday and it was like a morgue. It was so bad. Everyone was bummed. And I was in a great mood on Monday, and so was my boss. And we're like walking in, we're talking to people, and we watch the office slowly go like get up and get stoked. And
nice.
I'm like, wow, why? What? And then the next day, I was in a bad place. Not a bad place. That made it sound way, way intense.
I was in a bad place.
I was less than stoked about life.
I turned to the bottle.
And I noticed that my little cubicle, the six of us in cell block A, were started off. They all started off talking to each other and stuff, and then they'd ask me questions or like try to involve me in conversation. And I was just busy. I was just stressed, and I would only give like a couple word answers or anything here and there. And then all the conversation just died off, and there was no more.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang.
That can happen.
So what I'm saying is the world revolves around me. I'm amazing and magical. That's not what I'm saying. So this morning I decided to try it. I wanted to test like scientifically,
yeah.
do you like a scientific test on what happens if I am positive as much as I can around people? And I woke up this morning, decided to do it. It's positive. The girls had a great morning. Michaela had a good morning. I left feeling good. Got to my meeting that I have on Thursdays. Immediately it's in the morning. A lot of people are just tired. And
Yes.
I walk in, high energy, and it brought the whole meeting up. Today our meeting was just insane. We were laughing, having a good time, making fun of each other in lighthearted, kind, heartfelt ways. It was great.
Look at you.
So I've
Being
decided
a cause for good.
I've decided I know how to channel it.
Well,
I know how to channel that power. Would you like to learn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you just need caffeine?
No. Actually, no. Weirdly enough. Take the palm of your hand. Open it like this. Mm-hmm. Now close it because it's nothing to do with that. I just wanted to see if you'd listen to what I was gonna
Stupid. Oh my gosh.
No, I realize it's just I have to just remember the things that I practice gratitude. It sounds kind of silly, and I get that because a lot of people are like, "Oh, have you thought about what you're grateful for today? That really puts me in a good mood." I used to think those people are full of it. Nope, they're right. I woke up thinking, I have a good day today. I have some deals that are gonna come together. We're gonna close them out. I'm gonna have a good meeting. I'm going to a career night tonight at a high school and talking about like after high school buying houses with your parents so you have somewhere to live for college. Blah blah blah. Right? And I'm like, I'm glad that I get to do that today. And it immediately made my day just start great.
Wow.
And so, yeah,
That's awesome.
you can just call me Gratitude Jackson now. That's just who I am.
Gratitude, Jackson.
And I couldn't think of a good one.
There's not like a good...
There's no good alliteration for J.
That's what it is.
There's
alliteration.
Jubilant.
Jubilant Jaxon.
Jolly Jackson. I'm just Santa Claus.
Oh my gosh. Allergies are really kicking in lately. I got a tickle in my throat.
Have you changed genders since sneezing?
No.
Cool.
But I thought about it the other night because we were on a walk with my mother-in-law, with Shelly.
Hey, Shelly,
she's
what
listening.
up?
She can tell you, I sneezed probably at least 12 times while out on our walk. It wasn't just us. It was me and her and the dogs and Britt. We all went. And I was just...
How often do you guys do that?
I was just sneezing up a storm. We do it every, I don't know, every couple weeks. If we're like there for dinner or something, we just want to take them out real quick.
That's cool.
Maybe not that often, but yeah, it's a good
I like
little thing just to get out.
That actually weirdly leads to the things I want to talk about today.
Oh,
I thought today would be Family Day. When we talk about our families. I don't know anything about your family. I don't.
dude, where'd that fly come from?
I'm probably outside.
Out of nowhere, like. Outside.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it came. Where else would it come from? I mean, that was a dumb answer, but like, am I wrong? No,
I just hadn't seen it in here
it's
until
still
just
right
now.
here.
Oh, dude, I need to get my like salt shotgun.
Do you have the assault gun?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's such a good name. Dang it! A lot of people got to make things so cool.
My assault rifle.
Anyway,
What
I want
about
to talk
our-
about
what about our
family.
families?
I don't know anything about your family. I don't know how many
I don't
siblings
either.
you have. I don't
don't
either. I don't know how old your parents are. I don't know where you land in your siblings. I don't know, like, well, I kind of know where you grew up. Because that's just something else you've told me recently. I don't know, like, what schools you went to, and I don't know that basic stuff, right? And I kind of want to know. So I thought we could ask questions back and forth about each other's families, different things like that. So I'll start. Who's your favorite sibling?
Okay, no, that's not a thing. It's not a thing.
It's 100% a thing.
Do you have a favorite sibling?
Yeah.
You tell me.
I can't.
Okay, well,
But
what's
I have
the
one.
point of that question then?
My favorite sibling. who?
Yeah, whisper so that
I'm
they
trying to
don't
figure
hear.
out who has a higher chance of hearing the thing I say. Like if they listen to the podcast. Okay, I don't have a favorite sibling. I have a favorite brother. Does that count?
Okay,
And a favorite sister.
okay.
But I also only have one of each. So I have one brother and one sister.
Oh.
I'm the youngest. 3 children.
That's it?
Yes.
I thought you had way more siblings than that.
Nope.
Because your family's pretty good size.
We have 9
not?
grandchildren.
Okay.
8 OG people, I guess. My parents, my brother and sister-in-law, my sister and brother-in-law, and then me and Michaela. It's 8 of us, and there's 9 grandchildren. So there's 17 altogether. I'm the youngest. My mom she was pregnant with who was going to be my little brother. His name would have been Chase. It is Chase. I'm going to say it. It was. She lost him right before he was born. 9 months, the whole thing. Pretty hard.
Very sad.
Don't recommend it.
Very sad.
But I am the youngest now. And yeah, my sister's 6 years older than me and my brother's 10 years older than me. Cody and Chelsea.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're both youngest.
You're the youngest too?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't
Is that
either.
why we have podcasts? 'Cause
I didn't
we crave
realize.
Attention. Just kidding.
Yeah. maybe that's what we should change our name to the youngest children.
Oh, crap.
Welcome to your youngest children. No, not your youngest children. Welcome to the youngest
Welcome to
children.
your youngest siblings.
youngest
It's really not
youngest
a bad name
children
for a podcast.
podcast
The
where
youngest
we
sibling.
where we talk because no one used to listen to us, and so
It's where we
just
sit
kidding.
down and talk to each other and listen to each other because no one else would.
I think I may have what I've learned recently is I think I have possibly behavior more related to an only child.
How much older are your siblings?
And that's the reason why. Is because the closest sibling to me was 7 years
Oh.
from me,
Okay.
so I was an accident. All right.
We know. Right, chat?
It's okay though. It's good to be here.
Comment below your favorite accidents.
So, because of that, my sister was going off to college and moving out when I was
11.
like Yeah, like around 11. And so yes, before that I had time living with her, and when I was really young, I had time living with like some of my other sisters were still in the house, but not that I completely remember. And
Are
so
you the only boy too?
yeah.
So you're the youngest and the only boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I was spoiled. I just can't remember a lot of it because I was so little.
That's fair.
And but then as I grew up, I did like go to their houses and like spend the night and hang out, and so that was fun.
That's super cool.
But I think because of that, I for many years had the house just with my parents, and so
Me too, dude.
and I had trips just with my parents.
Me
and so,
too,
like,
dude.
So I think
oh
that
my gosh, I had no idea.
It's possible that I may have tendencies more like an only child than I do like a young.
I think I might too. Then I've never thought
Maybe.
about it that way.
Maybe
My
you
sister's
do.
6 years older than me, so by the time I was 12, she was 18, gone or getting ready to leave. And what is that? 7th or 8th grade? 8th,
Like seventh.
7th grade.
Yeah.
So it's like, I remember one time, and I mean, chime in here if you have any memories similar to this. I was at school. It was Friday, and I had to stay after for, I think, choir. There was some practice for this like special.
You
thing
were in
we doing.
choir.
Dude, I was in choir from 7th to graduation. I love choir.
A singer.
Choir, yeah, choir is my favorite thing. It was
Cute.
my favorite part of school.
You
I was
should-
surrounded by all my friends, just all of my friends.
Yeah.
I got to sing cool music, some African songs that I don't
cool.
know what they mean, but I can remember some of them.
Some Swahili.
Yeah. I got
And
to
some
do.
talk- and some
This
ticks.
is a really weird tangent, but do you know in the Lion King song? Nah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we sang that song, so we learned the actual words. It's pretty close to what
I think
they did.
Brit did that too.
But there's a part, and if you listen to it, towards the beginning, you hear a like that, like just some dude doing a weird tongue click. I'll point it out to you one time,
you
and
got
it's
to
all
do
you'll
that
ever
part.
hear. And I got to do it, and I didn't have to use a microphone because I can make that tongue click really loud.
Yeah.
And so I just sat in the choir, and I was like,
So impressive.
like really loud, and it would work every time. Anyway, yeah, I was in choir. I loved it. I had to stay after choir. I had to stay after school for practice for choir. We were going to a competition or something. I don't really remember. But I was coming home late. And when I got home, my parents were like, where have you been?
Yeah.
I was like, I was in choir. I said, I told you I had after. She's like, they're like, yeah, but we had to pick up Chelsea from the airport. So now we're going to dinner. And I'm like, Chelsea's home? Like, no one told me that she was coming into town. And she's just there. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like texting my friends. I'm like, hey, guys, I can't hang out now. I didn't realize
sucks.
that my sister was going to be
Yeah,
home.
she ruined it.
It happened all the time. Like, my family just wouldn't tell me. And then it started leaking. Like, after Michaela and I got married, it started leaking into our, like, elderly life. That's not the way you say that.
Elderly life.
After marriage, like, I was older. You'd think that it wouldn't be hard to pick up and text your 20-something-year-old son that there's, like, a family thing going on. But no, it would happen still. Like, at the beginning of mine and Michaela's marriage, like, we'd be planning something and we'd...
Where are you guys?
Yeah, no, seriously. They would
We-
be
we
like, hey,
have
when are
this
you guys
thing.
going to get here? And we're like, get where?
To where? To
Yeah.
what?
So, yeah,
I haven't had that. I don't remember having that problem.
where did your siblings go to college?
My first two, oldest two siblings, they went to BYU Provo, and then
BYUP?
Shelly, that's my sister named Shelly this time, not my mother-in-law Shelly.
So I shouldn't say
She
hey,
went
Shelley.
to BYU Idaho.
Oh, she wasn't
and
good enough to
then-
get into BYU Provo.
Yeah. And then
Tell me who the black
my
sheep of your family is.
closest sibling, Erica, went to Hawaii.
BYU Hawaii?
Yeah, BYU
So she
Hawaii.
was the cool one.
Yeah.
I just found his favorite sibling.
As far as college, sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's the coolest
That's
one.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then she met her husband over there at BYU Hawaii as well. I don't know.
Is he Hawaiian?
All of the no, he's not.
Oh.
Just a white guy, just a haole, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what they call white people over there. Howleys.
My brother went to ASU Law School. My sister went to UVU.
I wanted to go to UVU.
She met her husband and in their singles ward he was at BYU. He was doing medical school. Now they live in Utah, which I love because we get to go there like every 4th of July, and we spend the 4th of July in Utah where it's not hot and and fireworks are legal, and so people just are going crazy the whole time.
Utah's beautiful.
If you haven't been to Utah for the 4th of July, I highly recommend it.
I have, yeah.
It's nice. Like, it's a good time.
It is. And you can see a lot of fireworks going off, like, all over the place.
Yeah,
like, you can just see, like, parts of, just the valley that are just got fireworks going on. It's very cool.
My sister and brother-in-law, when they bought their house, I couldn't do loans in Utah yet, and so he was, like, calling me with a bunch of questions constantly because his lender was trash. Yeah, I said it. But they got into their house, and when they got into their house, it was right before the 2020 boom. And he's like, a year went by, and he's like, I gained like 40% equity. He's like, we had so much equity in the house. They had bought it, and then that neighborhood they had bought in had started to like grow. And they live in Lehigh, Utah. I don't know if you know where that is.
I know where that is, yeah.
They live in Lehigh. They're right next to this big lot, which is really cool because then they don't have a neighbor on one side. And this whole other neighborhood that kind of grew around them, the houses were being built, ended up being a lot of people that just have worked really hard in their lives and had a lot of money, and they have young kids, and it's a really cool neighborhood. There's always kids outside playing, which is really cool to me. But we got to go there for Christmas 2 years ago, and there's like, it's not a secret thing. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like a bunch of the people in the neighborhood have this group chat, and they all decided to go online and buy the like 20-something tall blow up Santa Clauses. They're all identical, and so no matter where you go during Christmas, there's just like over 100 of these gigantic Santa Clauses all through the neighborhood. It's very cool. I wish to be that connected with my neighborhood at one point.
Yeah,
but
that is very connected.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know your neighbors right now?
Mm-hmm. I know.
Oh,
I know by name the ones on the west side. I don't know by name the ones on the east side, but the east side ones suck butt. I said it. They're mean. They were so mean to me, Kayla. Except for their son. Their son is cool. He takes care of their house. He mows their lawn. I've helped him on his car. He's a really rad kid. Don't know his name.
Nice.
Don't know his name.
What a good guy.
Across the street, there's an old dude named Jack. He's cool.
Oh, you must get along.
We actually asked him when we were getting ready to looking at buying the house. He was outside and the field. You've been to our house. There's a field right by it.
Yes.
And there's a bunch of kids out playing. And we bought in October, so it was right when the weather started to get cooler. So you know how like after summer here, even when it's even slightly cooler outside, everyone wants to be outside because they've been stuck inside all summer. He was outside, and I just went and asked him like, "Hey, just out of curiosity, how common is this?" He's like, "I built this house that I'm in, and everything around me is here." He said, "It has been like this for about 40 years." He said, "There's always people out walking their dogs. Everyone's kind. Everyone's considerate. We look after each other. We may not know each other well, but if something's weird, we look out for each other." And I was like, there it is. Plus the like 40 kids that were chilling in the field playing. I'm like, I want my kids to have friends in their neighborhood that they get to hang out with.
Yeah. That's very cool.
They don't yet because they're only 4 and 5, but
they'll have friends.
Yeah. I'm not worried.
They'll pick up their friends on your little quads.
All right, I got another. That's true. I got another question. Are all of your siblings married?
They are. Yep. They have a couple of them have been remarried before, but they are all currently married. Yes, and they all have at least 4 children. So one of my sisters has 6 because 2 from the other
blended family
side.
Kind of love blended families.
So there are, I believe that makes 18 of the grandchildren.
And none of them from you and Britt.
No.
So basically, you guys have a solid 2, do an even 20, call it good.
When we have... that's the plan. So when we have kids, it's not even going to be exciting. It's just going to be like, oh, okay, cool.
I will tell you this.
Just another person
to the family. Can I give you something to look forward to?
Yeah.
Your
may.
parents now know that these are the last grandchildren they're going to get. I didn't know this until probably about a year ago when my mom was holding Ellie, my youngest, and she's like, I got to get all this out. She's like, this is the last one I get. She's only 3. She's a little toddler playing, and my mom's like spoiling the crap out of my 2 daughters because they're the last grandchildren. So you guys have got that going for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. Your parents.
They might be spoiled out. You know, they're
That's
kind of
fair.
like, we're done spoiling people.
Rude.
We'll see.
I've had some stern talks with my
But
mom about fairness of spoiling. So
But they will be the first. Pretty positive. They'll be the first on Brit's side of the family, because
yeah,
she has like a younger family, and so they'll
where
be
does-
spoiled on that side
where
for
does Brit
sure.
land?
She's the middle.
Exactly
Does that make
middle?
sense? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're
That
saying.
just
No,
makes
she'll-
sense.
no, yeah.
For
Yeah,
her
no, she's
personality.
yes, 100%. She's a people pleaser. Yes, love her. Love you, Britt. Hearts,
all the hearts.
What do your siblings do / your spouses their spouses do for work and stuff?
I'll start at the top. So my oldest sister is a nurse.
What's her name?
Her name's Jenny.
Jenny. Hey,
Jenny
nice to meet
Everett. It's okay. I'm gonna use her last name because I don't care. It's gonna be fine. She doesn't even listen. It's okay. And then Tom, her husband,
you. Okay, I was like, I've never heard Tom as a girl's name before. Go on.
he's a landscape architect, has his own business.
That's cool.
And then below them would be Diana. She's a like fitness instructor.
She goes by Di.
Yeah,
Okay.
Di.
Yeah, well, it still sounds like D-I-E. And D-Y-E. I mean...
Yeah. So Di. She's
I can't use that. You're saying the word die. You're like, yeah, so die.
So Di.
Die.
She's like a fitness instructor. She does like yoga and stuff.
Do you have a sister named Olivia and she goes by Liv? Because that would be amazing.
Nope.
Dang it.
Nope.
I tried.
Her husband Ross, he's an accountant. He has like a bookkeeping business.
Yeah. That sucks for him right now. He's mega busy, I can promise you.
Maybe. He just started recently, so he's kind of starting to try to get clients.
That's fair. Tax season's just the worst for
But
accounts.
I'm sure he would want to be busy. He wants to be busy.
I believe in you. What was his name?
Oh, his name's Ross.
Ross? Like Ross Geller?
Ross. Yep.
What was that from?
Ross.
Why are you whistling with your just for fun? Or are you referencing something?
No, sometimes I do that to him.
Oh,
Be
to
like,
be annoying.
Ross.
Awesome.
Ross.
That's
And there's
mean.
2 S's, so you say
Okay.
Ross.
Oh, Ross. Is this?
You pronounce both S's.
Yeah, Ross.
And then
Can't wait to go to dinner with your family.
comes Shelly.
But-
She's
but
a
not Mother-in-law Shelley, sister Shelley.
yeah. She's a
Sister-
teacher.
She a teach.
She's a teacher.
What's she
at
teaching?
ALA. I think she teaches history.
Really?
History.
Which ALA?
Like over
The one by Discovery
by
Park.
Santan, like in Santan, farther
The one
out,
in Santan. Okay.
somewhere over there. I don't know all the different campuses, but
You don't know anything about your siblings, is what I hear.
she and her husband are opening a
Brothel.
thing. Nope.
Nope, not a brothel.
So her husband owns a dance studio called
So I wasn't far off.
Inspire, and
Her husband owns a dance studio called Inspire. She
Yeah,
works at
Inspire.
ALA. Okay.
But then they're opening Inspire
Academy.
Wellness. It's like a wellness center where they do a bunch of wellness things.
That's really cool. I like that.
That's coming soon, end of March.
Are you gonna start working out there?
No,
Or
it's
are
not like
you
a.
start
It's not like
wellness
a.
centering
It's not a
yourself there?
gym. Probably not. Just
Wow. What a supportive brother.
Maybe I will once, or twice,
Hey, yeah, I'm here opening day. Remember this. It's the last time you'll see me.
and then Jake and Erica,
Jakarica. Yes.
Snake and Jerica.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And so Jake is a he does like what do you call it? Like he owns a business that has like rental properties, and so he manages multiple properties.
Property management.
And so
That's what it's
for
called.
people to go in and stay on vacations around like multiple places and stuff.
That is really cool.
So that's pretty neat. And then Erica, she has done a few different things. As far as right now, what I understand her to be is more of a stay-at-home mother.
That's a great
but
job.
She's had, and I think she still does like a spray tanning thing.
It's a great business.
And she's done other things, but that's one that I think she does more frequently.
Cool. I like that.
That sums it up.
And we'll get into
And my parents are retired.
Yeah, we'll get into parents later. So,
Okay.
my turn.
You tell me.
I only have 2 siblings, so this will go by nice and quick. But it's me explaining it, so it'll go by a lot longer.
Yeah. It'll take just as long as it did.
My brother is 10 years older than me. His name's Cody. He married Tracy. Their couple name is Rayote, because Tracy went by Ray for a while, so they're Rayote. He is a lawyer, and he and some of his partners own their own law firm called Copper Canyon Law. They just moved into their new building in downtown Mesa, which is really cool because he's awesome, and I love my brother.
That's so sweet. Wow.
My brother and I are exact opposites. We look kind of similar, not super similar, but we are the exact opposites in how our brains work. For example, you are aware I have ADHD. I have dyslexia as well. So words and me and focusing, not great.
Ooh, I have a question for you on that.
Yeah, what up?
So this happens to me sometimes. I'm not dyslexic, but
You might have dyslexic tendencies.
but maybe
that's
slight things.
Yeah.
Do you
What's up?
ever mix up R's and 2's?
No.
Really?
I've never heard that
dang it.
before.
Okay,
That's broken.
I guess
That's not a
I guess
thing.
I'm just stupid.
R's and 2's?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like I'll go to type in, like at work, I'll be typing in like a serial number, and it'll say like R or 2, and I'll like put the opposite of.
That's weird.
It's really strange.
That's a very specific
Or
thing.
sometimes a 4 will get thrown in there.
I think what you have, my friend,
I don't know
is
why.
weird brain wire crosses on that.
Yeah,
'Cause
I guess.
you can read fine, right?
Yeah.
You have no problem reading, no problem doing basic math. Yeah, so you might just
I
have
don't know.
just a weird little brain cross.
Strange.
So that's normal because like Michaela, she had an L displacement for forever, and it comes out more in speech, but she can't ever get the L's in the right places when she's spelling stuff. And so like alpaca for her is alpalka, but like
Oh.
if you try to spell it, there's like either too many L's or no L's at all. so yeah, I think
What do you mix up?
mine are just the words, the letters.
Okay.
I actually just
all of them.
I saw this thing the other day online that in my head it said if you can read this, then your level of dyslexia or ADHD is higher than the average human. Except for instead of that it said, if read this can you? And it was all mixed up and weird.
I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of people can do that though,
yeah.
pretty easily. I don't think it means much in the way of like how strongly dyslexic.
Oh, do you
are.
have ADHD or dyslexia? Do you know what it's like?
I just don't think that's an accurate test.
No, it's not a real accurate test, but I read it and had no idea until Michaela pointed it out to me. I just didn't know the words were all messed up. I just thought it was normal. I'm like, that's weird. And I just went on.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
I see what you
read.
mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
So
continue.
no worries. So I
I
have
threw you off.
ADHD and dyslexia. So I can't focus for a long period of time on something I don't want to do, and I don't read good.
I don't read good.
I don't read good. My brother literally graduated top of his class at ASU Law with a majored in English. Like he is this spectrum of the English language, and I'm not all the way over there, but I'm not the best at it.
Yeah.
And just how our brains work. are just so different. And it's really cool because I've gotten really close with my brother over the last few years. We're 10 years apart. So, like, until I'm an actual tolerable adult, there's a solid 21-ish years there where I'm just obnoxious. Because a lot of people are kind of just obnoxious. And that's just who I was. But he's wonderful. His wife went back to school. She is a therapist and or a counselor. I can never remember. She is the nicest person while also being hilariously mean. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
Sarcastic?
No, she
Dry humor?
Sarcasm. Not really dry humor. She's very good at sarcasm, but she is very sincere in everything she does. Like, when you talk to her, you don't ever wonder if she's actually cares about you. You're just like sitting there making sure that you say the right thing so that when she hears you, she can accept it and love you for that. She's a wonderful person.
That's kind.
Now move to my sister. She's the worst. Just kidding. I love my sister. Her name's Chelsea. She went to school to become a teacher, met her husband, put teaching to the side while he went to medical school to become an orthopedic pediatric surgeon. His name is Jacoby.
Wow.
His name is Jacob. It's Jacob with a Y at the end.
Yes.
He is, again, an absolute angel of a human. Just 100% super kind, super nice guy. Very funny in his own Jacoby way. And my sister is amazing and terrifying at the same time. I love her so much, but she's crazy. Just buck wild crazy.
Buck
Wild. She in college she got a nickname from this group of boys, her and all of her friends. I can say these words because they're not actually inappropriate. They're just funny. Her and her two friends, Molly and Bree, all got nicknames from these boys. And Chelsea's nickname stuck because I thought it was hilarious. So Molly was Mall's Balls. Bree was Breenus. And Chelsea was Chotch.
Gosh.
And in my phone, she's still Chotch. Like, I saved it years ago and it hasn't changed. And so I still call her Chotch. And then when her and Jacoby got married, their celebrity nickname was Chochobi. And to this day, my whole family is, when we refer to each other as each other's couples, we use each other's celebrity nicknames. Like, where's Chochobi?
Oh, that's efficient.
Michaela and I are Jaxayla. It's not as fun, but it is very efficient.
Yeah.
And so
instead of saying, like,
yeah,
Michaela and Jackson, you just say
Jaxayla.
one word.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
It's very strange. My parents are lame, though, so we just call them our parents. We say mom and dad. It's just fast enough to be it's mom and dad. It's just fast
You
enough.
just say it quicker.
Yeah, just mom and dad. Because even you try to do Jaxon and Michaela, there's like there's so many syllables. Mom and dad. It's just 3 syllables. Jaxayla's 3 syllables. Chachovi's 3 syllables. Rayoti's 3 syllables. It fits. Plus, my parents' names are Darren and Lori, so it's either Lauren or Derry. And it doesn't work.
Dairy,
Lauren's
I
a real
think
name.
Dairy's fun.
But Dairy is a thing.
Dairy's fun, though.
Yeah, where's Dairy? Like,
Where's
what,
Dairy?
milk and cheese? Like,
Where's
no.
Dairy at?
Do you seriously call your sister just Die?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what she's always gone by.
What, did you ever get a nickname?
No.
Mine was just Jax. J-A-X.
Not like a, not a nickname that ever stuck.
When I was little, I got called Fatson. Because when I was a baby, I was super
sad.
fat.
That's so
When I was a
mean.
baby, I was super fat. My family never said it in a mean way. I'm finding out right now.
No, not from your friends. From
No,
your
no,
family.
my brother coined the term Fatson.
Oh.
And then instead of Jax, he'd call me Fats.
I mean, sometimes I'd get called things like Scotty Poo or like, something with poo in it.
That's kind of mean.
Oh, yeah.
Why was
Always.
it poo?
I don't know. Just put poo at the end. That's what I was.
Did Michaela tell you that when she was testing commit on her phone, she would put all our friends' names as the players? And when she got to you, she named your first name Scotty and your last name Boy. And she's like, it was my favorite one, so every time I have to make new players, he's always my first one that I do. she's like, I like typing in Scotty Boy. I want a player named Scotty.
Yeah, I've been called that before. I sometimes am called that at work for some reason.
Really?
Some people will say that. Yeah.
We get called Tweedledee and Tweedledum, me and Eric. I'm Tweedledum. I'm fine with that. But yeah.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum arse.
Those are my siblings. Those are my siblings. I just was earlier today. I was honestly thinking, I'm like, I don't know how many siblings Scott has. I don't even know
4.
how old his parents are. Like, how old are your parents?
My parents they're kind of old.
That wasn't really an answer.
My dad is, I believe this is correct. I believe he's 73. I think.
What year is he born?
I can't remember.
Whoa.
I would have done the math if I could remember, but I can't.
Fair. Jeez, don't need the sass. God. I would have done the math, you stupid idiot. Obviously.
I would have pulled out my calculator and figured it out. And then, but that makes my mom 66.
Please say it.
Is the math right on that? Yeah.
They're 7 years apart?
Yeah, they're 7 years apart. So
they got married when he was 25 and she was 18?
I don't know how old they were when they were married.
Do you know what year they were married?
No.
Is it weird that I do? I know what year my parents were married, what year they were born. Is that weird?
I don't know all that stuff.
Is that
the only thing I really know for certain is that my mom was 39 when she had me.
Dang. My mom was 29 when she had me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can always know my parents' age too because it's almost 30 years. It's so simple math.
Yeah.
My parents are 61. They turned 61 this year. My dad turned 61 in May and my mom turned 61 in August.
Is he going to retire in a few years?
He's already retired.
Oh, he's already retired?
Yeah, he's semi-retired.
Wow.
Dude won't sit still.
Yeah.
He'll always be doing something, but his business that he ran for 30 years, by 2020, everything kind of slowed down. He was a dental lab technician. Do you know what that is? You ever got a crown for your teeth or no tooth?
Oh, wait, yeah, you described this.
Yes, he makes, yeah.
Some time
it's like
ago.
teeth hats.
Yeah.
Basically, made out of really
Teeth
strong
hats.
material. It's the best way I can describe it.
But
like,
then they got taken over by
grind it-
machines.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you said,
3D
yeah.
printer.
Yeah.
And he retired then, and since then has just been doing things here and there. He can never sit still, so he'll never actually retire. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, he's 61. No, he turns 61 in May, and we make fun of them. All my siblings, I tell them they're in their early 60s, and my mom gets super mad. She's like, I'm not in my early 60s,
that's
I'm
right.
60. Yeah,
That's right,
But,
yeah.
So your parents are 73 and 66. They're not that far off.
I think so. I think that's correct. But they are now both retired. So my mother was a preschool teacher
Awesome.
at our home for forever. And then my dad recently retired as well.
What did your dad do?
He was, I guess is an engineer. And he worked for a company called Northrop Grumman, if you've ever heard of them.
Nope.
But they did some
Grumming is a
interesting...
terrible name for...
Northrop,
I know it's someone's last name.
Northrop Grumman.
Grumman is just bad, though.
Sorry.
No, it's not you. You don't have to be
It's
sorry,
just,
but like,
it's just what it is.
imagine coming up with a name for your company, and the one that sticks is the dude's last name that sounds like you're pushing out a poop. Like, is Grumman. Like, it's just, no offense to your dad. Your dad is probably awesome. He is awesome.
He's very smart. He's a very wise man.
Very intelligent human
Very
being.
intelligent. And so he had a great career and enjoyed his time and didn't really want to completely let go of working. But
Really?
he played it out smart though, because they were going to be I think merged with another company or bought out by another company or something. And usually when that happens, they will lay off people. And he kind of saw
The
that
writing on
as
the
a
wall.
possibility, for him, because he was just, he's getting older.
Yeah.
And he was like part-time, and so he was like going to quit anyway, but he was like, you know what, if I just stay here and they do lay me off, I'll get a cool package, a cool severance package. And so he just stayed. Turns out he did get laid off, got a severance package, and he was like, that was my plan anyway, I was gonna leave anyway.
I love him.
So
What's his
that was
name?
pretty cool. His name's Don.
Don is my hero.
Donald.
Donald?
Well, yeah, Don is short for Donald, but
Well, yeah, but I know a dude named Don and nothing else. His name is
Donald.
just Don.
Donald Scott Lyle.
Don. I didn't
But
know
his
that.
middle name is with one T, not two.
Why did he add a 2 for you? Because you're the second?
Just probably because that makes sense to spell your name with 2 T's.
It's true. My
Like
name is
Scott.
My name is Jaxon. I have my
Your
dad's
name
middle
is
name.
Jackson with an S.
I have my dad's
or
middle
Jackson
name.
with an X.
It was my grandma's maiden name. King. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
pretty
Fun
cool.
fact.
It's pretty cool.
Shout out to our good boy Andrew that listens to this. Andrew's middle name is Ray, which in Spanish is king. So we're both kings.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. What's your middle name?
Guess. It starts with a J.
John.
No. Not Jacob or Jingleheimer Smith.
Jolly.
No.
Jorge spelt the correct way.
No, but Jesus was baptized in this river.
Jordan.
Yep, there.
Dang
Good job.
I'm smart. Like, you started saying that, and my brain slowed down immediately. You're like, Jesus. I'm like, is his middle name Jesus? Like, what? Then he's like, was baptized in this river. I'm like, oh, this is Jordan. Okay, we got there.
That's the
too
clue
good.
I give to everybody.
My mom, her name is Lori. She's great. She didn't work most of the time when I was growing up. My dad's business did definitely well enough for her not to do that. And then she decided I think it was my junior year, maybe sophomore year, she wanted to go back to school and she wanted to get her degree and she wanted to be a counselor. She wanted to work with kids.
Cute.
Yeah, she did it. And then as part of the program she was a part of, the state will pay for your schooling if you go work for DCS for a year. Department of Child Safety, I think it is.
Okay.
She didn't want to do it anymore.
Oh, no.
So she did the year that she had to, and then she
See
said
ya.
she said it was just too hard. And my mom is an extremely, extremely caring person who will stop everything she's doing if you need help. And just she said just to watch these poor kids have the parents that just don't care, that don't show up. That these kids are in the foster system. The parents will try their best to get the kid back for 2 weeks and then go back to drugs. And she said it was super hard. And I remember that time in her life because I had just gotten home off my mission. I was working for a pool company, cleaning pools, which, by the way, fantastic job. I want to retire cleaning pools. It's the best. You still make good money. You just listen to whatever you want. Just clean pools. It's so nice. I wish life was as simple as cleaning pools. Just seriously, I do. But there was one time I was out in Santan, just finishing up my route, and my mom called me, and she's like, "Hey, I'm out in Florence, coming back. It's around lunchtime. Where are you at today?" And I was like, "I'm actually in Santan. I have 3 more pools. I'll be done in about an hour." And she goes, "Oh, it'll be perfect. Do you want to meet here for lunch?" And I got to go to lunch with my mom right after she had just gone to a house with some kids that were in foster care. And I remember the just absolute utter sadness in her eyes. I was like, "Mom, you just gotta stop. This is gonna drag you down so far. It's making your days so hard." She goes, "I know." She's like, "I only have 1 more month." And after that month, she stopped. She's like, "I can't do it anymore." And I get it. Like, that's so hard.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids of my own. To even begin to think about not being there for them at any point makes me sick. Just makes me so mad. I have a really hard time with that. Michaela and I want to do foster care. Fun fact.
Oh,
We're
cute.
going to do foster care when Sophie's about 10. So we're about 4 or 5 years away from it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That'd
Sorry,
be fun.
I brought that to the real feels zone.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
We're just exploring all of our feelings that we're having today.
Just kidding. I had another question for you, and I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
Bullocks.
Oh, bullocks.
You lived in the same house all growing up, right? Never moved once?
Yeah, never moved.
I moved 3 times on the same street.
Man.
I lived in 4 different houses
Why?
in the same ward. My parents liked moving. They liked change.
Okay.
Yeah, so they bought this one house. It was on
But
Dartmouth
the same street.
So literally, no, not the first house wasn't on the same street. So it was here, Gilbert Road or whatever, and then it was on Dartmouth. Down the street, like a quarter mile, was Enrose Road. I wasn't then Rose Ward though, so that's why that came out. The house first on the right was our house. We called it the Taco Bell house because there's adobe style and it looked like a Taco Bell. I grew up, my adolescence was there. Right before teenage years was there. And then my dad really liked this house just right down the street on this corner of a cul-de-sac. Walked to the dude's house one day. I was like, hey, if you're ever thinking about selling it, let me know. We're looking to downsize a little bit. We'd love to move in. And the dude's like, actually, we just talked about it today. We're going to retire up north. You want to buy it? And my dad's like, yes.
Wow.
So he called Eric, my boss,
that's
currently,
pretty cool.
and was like, hey, we want to get pre-approved. We want to sell our house, move into this one. And he's like, okay, sounds good. And got him pre-approved. They moved into the house. And then I had all my teenage years there. And then when I came home from my mission, we were still there. And then I moved out with Michaela and then moved into the house my parents are currently in, which was my grandma's house. Michaela and I lived with my grandma for a year, take care of her, and help us save on rent so that we could buy a house, or a condo is what we ended up buying. And then my parents moved in to her house. And that's the house they're currently in now.
Wow.
So three houses on the same street, 4 houses in the same ward.
Goodness.
It's pretty wild. My parents have moved 26 times since they've been married.
That is so many times.
It is so many times.
Moving is just there's just so much to do in moving.
When was the last time you guys had to move?
We had to move. Well, we moved a year ago, actually.
You went from
because we went
one to another,
well,
right?
just because we went from one unit upstairs down here because.
But that's just
bigger.
as annoying.
Yeah, I know. It was a little. I mean, it wasn't but we didn't have to put it all in a moving like a truck or a trailer or anything and take it to a completely different place. We just had to move it down the hallway or downstairs and down the hallway,
which
a
is
little bit.
In some ways arguably worse.
Well,
because
really.
if you get everything in a truck,
Not really.
You're done. You move it somewhere. Everyone takes everything out of the truck, puts it in. Here you do one trip down, one trip up, one trip down, like that.
You'd have to do the same thing if you moved to
correct
another place somewhere else.
No, you're right.
But it was also in some ways a little easier because since you didn't have to travel as far, you didn't have to pack things all the way up.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
You could
That is
just
nicer.
move I don't know. There are things like our kitchen that we didn't have to worry too much about because it didn't have to go into a moving vehicle.
That's fair.
We just it wasn't as
didn't
big
think
a deal.
about that.
Put it in a wagon, go down the elevator, and then come over here.
When my parents moved from the Taco Bell house to the brick house, it was 1/8 of a mile, and we had 3 trailers that we would load stuff off, drive just down the street and unload, and it was really
So
it was
tedious.
actually kind of cool because I think it's the same as kind of what you're saying. We didn't have to pack stuff as much, but we had to drive slow.
It still seems tedious though.
I did have to push our piano from that house in the street on the wheels all the way to the other house by myself. And I look back now, I'm like, that was a terrible plan by my parents. I'm the only one pushing this thing. It was my grandma's player piano. And if I had pushed wrong, it would have tipped over and fallen because it was on the piano dollies.
Yeah.
And I could have broken it. That was a bad move on my parents.
It could have been broken real bad.
We have moved, when we got married, we moved into an apartment for 4 or 5 months. Out of there, we moved in with my grandma, lived there for a year, then moved into our condo. After our condo, moved into a rental house because my identity got stolen. And then out of the rental house into the house we're in now. So we've moved 5 times since.
Even then, 5 times.
Also,
we've only moved twice.
Between the rental and the house we're in now, we lived in my grandma's house before my parents moved into it. We rented it from my grandma from 3 months. My grandma was living with my parents, so it's technically 6 times we've moved now.
Wow.
And real quick.
Yikes.
Thank you for asking, chat. I will be moving one more time.
Just one more time?
One more time. Michaela and I don't want to move anymore. The next house that we buy will not be one that we buy. It's one that we build. We're not going to move until we can build a house. And we want to build it the way we want it, and we don't ever want to leave after that.
You should make sure they build you a fireplace.
Oh, duh.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I want a fireplace. Tell you?
They just don't do that anymore.
Ooh, this is fun.
For new houses just don't have
end of the episode.
Chimneys.
Let's talk about the things that we would want in I'm not going to say dream house, Because that
a
listing
a realistic dream house.
a realistic dream. Yes, a realistic dream house. One that is easily
It's like a
attainable
realistic
with a good amount of
dream
work.
car Jeep. You know.
That's so much more than realistic, though. Like it's uber realistic.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, okay. Between realistic and dream house, it's
Okay.
yeah. Because my realistic dream house.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell me.
I'll say one thing I want, then you say one thing you want, and then
we'll
I'll
go
say
back
one
and
thing.
forth.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth. One thing that I really want is a basement.
Oh,
I'll dig it myself.
Yeah,
if I have to.
basements are cool.
I'll dig it myself if I have
Yeah.
to. I don't want a bathroom in the basement
I
because they always
would
end up
concur
leaking.
with that.
But I want a basement.
I concur.
Okay.
But to add on to that I concur with you on, so this is gonna seem really now this is gonna be like kind of small, but you know we'll just throw around some little things. I was telling Britt this the other day. In our future kitchen, I want two sinks. One sink that's like, you know, people would do their dishes in, and put their dishes in for you know to
be washed. Yes.
Then you have another sink that's like on kind of off to the side or like a little bit smaller.
Like
that's
a wet bar?
that's for just quickly rinsing your fingers off because you like something got messy or like.
Have you seen a wet bar before? That sounded really condescending. The way I asked that.
Maybe
I
don't
didn't
know.
mean to ask
Probably.
it that way. It's
But-
exactly what you're describing.
But it's just a small sink for like convenience.
Yes. It's
That's
exactly
that's
what you're
really what I
describing.
want.
A lot of wet bars, you can find wet bars in basements, you can find them in lofts and stuff, but I have seen a lot of wet bars like in houses that people are selling, the really expensive ones. They have, like you're saying, the kitchen, the sink's usually on the big island or whatever. And then over in the corner, they have like another sink that's really, it's not big. It's literally like this big. It has one little spout,
Yeah.
and it's almost always
not very
near like
big.
where they keep their alcohol and stuff.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's not a bad idea because like a lot of people that drink wine will just rinse out the wine glass because it was just one drink or whatever, and then they dry it off and put it back on the rack. I'm like, that's so much nicer than having to go all the way over to the other one. So yeah, dude, I agree
It's
with
just-
that
or,
one
or
too.
like you're cooking something and you're like, I need a little bit of water, but someone's over doing the dishes. I need quick water real quick for my
I
pan.
love that.
You know, just
Dang.
nice and convenient.
I want my master bedroom on the downstairs floor and all of my kids' bedrooms upstairs.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So you can hear all of them running around and thumping over you?
No, so they can't hear us
Okay.
playing games at night. We play Mario Kart quite often, and I don't want them to be a part of that. That is our time.
Stupid.
We do play Mario Kart a lot. That's not a lie. And we watch a lot of TV together. But yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
I want it. So in the first house,
Party
in the
animals.
Taco Bell house, my bedroom was upstairs, and I think the reason I liked it so much is I didn't go up there. I didn't want to go up the stairs just to go to my room, so
Yeah.
I would hang out downstairs with my family more, and it was kind of like
Yeah.
if I don't have to go upstairs. I'll just hang out here with my family, and it was kind of
Yeah.
nice.
My room was the farthest room upstairs.
And to go up the
No,
stairs.
but I was fine with that.
That's fair.
I wanted that room because it was the biggest room.
All right, another one.
Oh, that's right. You just went. Let's see. I want like a good sized garage that
Speaking
has
my language, babe.
that has like a work station or a work area, so that I can actually invest in tools and a space to do projects.
I love that for you.
That
I
would be
love
nice.
that for you. Find the projects you like working on and just working on them.
Yeah.
I love that.
Just like something pops up and you're like, oh, I need to like do this thing. Oh, I have a space in the garage. I can easily do
It's
that.
so nice, dude. If you can have a workbench, you don't have to have a big one. Harbor Freight sells a completely constructible workbench for like $89. It has 2 drawers, a light, and a pegboard.
That's nice.
And man, oh man, that thing in my garage has been used and abused. I do everything on that thing.
That's cool.
I technically have 3 workbenches in my garage now.
Goodness.
No, yeah. I want a garage too. I actually want a detached garage. I want a detached 2-car garage with an apartment above it. The apartment for either young people that can't afford to buy a house yet that need to rent, or for like if my parents get older and they need somewhere to stay, I can keep them there.
That's
Locked
nice.
in their room and never escaping. Just kidding. It's terrible. Yes, the garage thing, I agree. I want a 2-car. I want a 2-car garage on the house, but I want a 2-car garage for me, completely
Just
separate.
for you.
Yeah, the one in the house will have
That'd be cool.
Michaela's car, whatever she ends up driving. Probably a Lexus or Mercedes because champagne taste. She's the worst. But then mine is for my toys and stuff. Dirt bikes, quads, whatever.
Nice. Let's see. Mine next. Well, I've already said this, but like a fireplace.
No, you can have
a
that
real
one. That was
fireplace.
yours.
Yeah.
Fireplace is a good one.
Yeah.
My parents. Oh, no one listens to this. When my parents moved into the brick house, they did an addition for like a big family room. That's all they did. They did just one big room. This an addition. It was awesome. It's my favorite room in the whole house. And they put in a fireplace. Fun fact about Arizona: you can't put in a wood-burning fireplace anymore. It's against code. It has to be a gas fireplace.
Oh, that's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So your new build someday has to be gas?
Can I tell you what?
That's dumb.
Can I tell you what my dad did?
Yeah.
So while it was being constructed, he asked one of the builders, like, "Hey, like, what kind of insulation on the fireplace does there need to be for us to be safe? Like, if we burnt like paper?" And he's like, "Oh, you can't burn paper; it's against code." He's like, "Yeah, but like, I have grandkids. Like, if they throw something in there, I can't grab it in time." And he's like, "Well, if you're gonna burn anything that's not gas, you just need this." And he told him what it was. My dad just contracted the dude to put that one in. And then after they closed on the house, he pulled out all the gas lines, and now it's just a wood-burning fireplace.
Nice.
And so, yeah, you can.
But
Fireplace is good, though.
Then
I
when you
love
go to sell it, then it has to be up to code.
That completely depends on the... No, because if it's an already existing fireplace, they're not going to look up and be like, "Oh, this fireplace was added at this time." The house was built in like the 70s. And so they had no idea, because by the time they went to sell it, it's just a house.
Yeah.
One thing that I really want, and this is super, super nerdy. I have 2 more. This one, then one more, and then we can wrap up.
Okay.
One that I really want is in my basement. Not just the movie screen. I grew up with a projector screen my dad built.
Oh, yeah, I want a movie room, too.
And
yeah,
that's like what the whole basement was that. No, that's what that whole room was, is that. And I'm like, I want that, and then behind there, I just want like a pool table or whatever to like play, like have fun. Entertainment space.
Yes.
Because
ping pong table.
Yes.
So I can trash it.
You probably would. I'm not even going to pretend that you would. I'd be better at you at ping pong. I could probably smoke you in pool, but we can discuss that at a later date.
Maybe.
I love pool. I grew up playing pool. My dad bought a pool table. This is a true story. Fun fact. Tangent true story, but true story nonetheless. My dad bought us a pool table in the Taco Bell house, put it in the game room that used to be an Arizona room that he put glass up and an air conditioner in. It was awesome, and I loved it so much. Loved it so much. That's where I lived. But I got really good at pool, and I'd play my dad every Sunday night for hours. Like starting at like 6 p.m., sometimes to like 9, we'd play. And I got good enough that I started beating him. And like at the beginning, I beat him like once. And then maybe 2 or 3 times in a night. Maybe 4 or 5 times in a night. And this dude sold the pool table because I was getting better at him than pool table. He will deny it to this day. There was no reason to sell it. We weren't moving yet. Like, there was literally no reason to sell it. One night, the last night that we played that I beat him, he was so frustrated. He swung his pool cue and broke the light on a fan above the top of it. He was so mad. And he sold the pool table.
Wow.
Because he was losing. So I want a pool table, and I want a pool table that you can put the ping pong table thing on top of, so you don't have 2 tables taking up space.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But the nerdy thing I want is I want a bookshelf that opens up into a secret room, and I want that secret room to be my place I play my games with my friends, like Dungeons and Dragons and board games and stuff like that.
And it's like cozy and
oh no, it's gonna be a tavern,
dark,
like straight up. You open it up and it's gonna be like wood everywhere. The table's gonna be the bottom of the table base. The table base is I want to do like a 55-gallon wooden barrel, like what they distill whiskey in and stuff. Like a wooden tabletop. Like I want it to be
nice and cozy.
Yeah, nice and cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta think of one more. Oh man.
The last one I
That's
have,
a
you'll
good
agree
one.
with me because you've talked about it before.
I mean, I think I would just love a decent sized backyard. Like just like maybe not even like bigger than decent, like a big backyard.
So like
Just so
twice
that-
the size of mine and Michaela's.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because you've been in our backyard. It's good size.
Twice, sure.
Yeah, twice that size I think would be fantastic.
That'd be great.
Not too big that it's unmanageable.
Yeah. Where my dogs can frolic.
Dogs.
Yeah, we might get another one in the future, you know?
Heck yeah, bro. I got
You
two.
know?
They're great. They're best friends. And having a second dog is great because the first dog teaches them like 90% of the stuff they have to learn.
That's
It's
sweet.
really cool.
That's cool.
My last one goes along the lines of good sized backyard. Bigger than decent. I want a fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. An entertainment
A
space.
big
my man.
size fire pit.
I just want to be able to go sit in a chair with a fire.
Roast us some more.
Say that one more time. Nope. Say what you said.
Roast us some more.
I don't know what to
It's
do.
because-
Did you just call it a some more? Some more?
Because I said some more, not s'more. S'more. It takes more effort to say s'more.
S'more.
Some more.
You're saying you're like, give me some more. That's what you're saying. Like, I want some more of. I want some more
Please,
s'mores.
sir, I'll have some more.
S'mores. Some more s'mores.
S'mores.
It takes more effort to say s'mores.
Mallows.
Is something wrong with
And
your
grams.
mouth?
I don't.
Mallows and grams and chocolate. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening today, and we invite you, if you're listening right now, to our future houses where we have all this super rad stuff. Ideally, next door to each other. With a secret tunnel that goes in between them underground, where we can go we'll record our podcast in our secret tunnel.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would actually be pretty cool. Dang it. That was a really good idea.
It could work.
It could work.
It could work.
Why couldn't it?
I don't know.
Let's pull the
could.
wall down in between our backyards, too, so it's mega huge.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Yeah,
Go-
sure.
Say hi to a stranger. Tell us what inspires you.
Yeah.
Tony Battle Cry. Ooh. Nah, I don't have anything. Cool.
Okay.
Jumpstart someone's car?
Jump someone's car.
Yeah, jump someone's car. Attack it. Fists out. Brass knuckles. The whole nine. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Adios.